Hello guys. Good. Ça va bien, merci. Comment ça va? Et vous? So you guys, we are trying to start now. We are starting very soon. Just a small technical issue here that we are sorting out. So we will be able to start with you. So yeah, now we are it's about to go down. It's about to go down. So it's about to go down right now. Right now, it's about to go down, you guys. So it's about to go down. So it's about to go down. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. We are going to be chatting with our guest. So we're going to be connecting with our guest very soon, very shortly. So yeah, you guys. That's us there. We bring you this show. We didn't allow the flu to think it can terrorize us and make us not to continue the production and the airing of it there. So yeah. So you guys, we are waiting for our guest to join us, and we are going to be going with the flow as soon as she is here. So you guys, my name is Retha-Billy, Ledisa Jumapel Retha-Billy, Juvian Dulezo, Toje Sumozo, Toje Pausezo, to Osingilie Jesu Mozo, to Uplurie, New Som Le Bazoto. So you guys, I just said that my name is Retha-Billy and I come from Lesotho, and when I am alone, I am Mosotho. Je ne suis pas Lesothoan. I'm not Lesothoan. So we are not Lesothoans. So we are Basotho when we are plural. When I'm alone, je suis Mosotho. I am Mosotho. So the same is true for Botswana. I don't know why I have to mention them, but it's just a common mistake. People will, how many Lesothans? How many Botswanans? No, sorry. I have a bit of flu there, but we will refuse to allow it to. We will refuse to allow the flu to take control of us. So we will be waiting for our guest to join, and once she's joined, we will be getting started as soon as possible, you guys. So we are gonna be doing that right away as soon as she's here. So yeah. So our guest is here. Hello, Maletsema. Good evening. And I don't see your picture. I don't see your video. Hello, yeah, I can hear you. And thank you for joining us. Can you hear me well? Can you hear me good?
And that I can hear you well.
Oh, lovely. So, to our viewers, wherever you are, this is what we promised you, and that we will be with our guest joining us very shortly, and she's here right now. So she is here right now. Let's try this and see. So yeah. So I think, how is the weather like in Lesotho at the moment? Right now it's very warm here. I think that's why I'm leaving some flu because we're getting into the summer here, and maybe my body is not getting used to it. I just want to try uh, different styles here and see how we look. I don't quite see, but you're good yourself, so you look good. So that's the most important thing. Let me see what happens when I do this. So, how is the weather like in Lesotho at the moment? Okay, yeah, we're good.
It's okay right now, but we're expecting it to be very cold these coming few days.
Oh my God,
Very. So weather for there's going to be a cold front.
Did you intentionally use the word very, very cold, like so? So.
Yes, it's like the last front we had. It was very cold then. So right now,
yeah.
we were just recovering, and it was snowing back then. So there might be a lot of snow this side too.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jumapel Retha-Billy ejuvian du Lesotho, je suis mozoto, je passe zoto nyosomle bazoto, opluye osunyule je suis mozoto. And I just said my name is Retha-Billy Ledisa. I come from Lesotho. We speak Lesotho. When we are many, we are Basotho, not Lesothans. When I'm alone, I am Mosotho. When there are the two of us here, we are Basotho, not Lesothans, you guys. So I'm not alone in studio today, and I have my guest ready, and she will introduce herself. And I can't be any happier, to be honest.
Apple Music One now playing.
To be honest, to host her, and make sure you tell a friend. You tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, because this is something you don't want to miss. This is something you don't want to miss when you love someone. Just make sure they know by the invitation you send them, the link you send them. Share the link. We are happening live. We are happening live on YouTube, you guys, at Retha-Billy Ledisa 4664. That's where you can get us. And we are going to be starting now for 1 hour or more. I don't think we have a chance of going less, to be honest, because there's always more news than there is less news. So I'm super sure that we're going to go beyond 1 hour mark. At the least, we can stop exactly on top of the 1 hour mark. So I have this. It's purely water today, but another day it could be something else and not water. So I don't know if you have something to entertain yourself there, because we're going to have a beautiful chat. So, ladies and gentlemen, you will remember, I will give a short background that when we started in February participating in the events in Lesotho, there's someone who was leading the Lesotho staff team for Goodly Heritage Recruitment Agency, and they did a very tremendous job, and we felt it's only fair and right for us to have this person on our show tonight to share ideas and to get to know him. So right now I have in studio someone that I want them to introduce themselves, who they are, and then we take things from there. We flow with the flow. We like it very relaxed and natural. You can see even how we're dressed, so like it's just chilled. You know what I mean? So, welcome to Truth and Nothing But the Truth. Your truth versus the truth. With me, your host, Retha-Billy Ledisa, aka Retha-Billy. And I welcome you, and I'm super excited to have you. Would you be able to now introduce yourself to our viewers wherever they are in the world, to get to know who you are? Who is this lady in front of us in studio?
Thank you for having me that day. evening, good morning, and good afternoon to your viewers. My name is Maletsema.
Okay.
I am the CEO or founder of Thusang Recruitment Agency here in Lesotho.
Okay, Thusang Recruitment Agency. Would you mind to loosely translate what Thusang means in English? Because I guess that should be a vernacular word, a name.
Thusang basically means help.
Okay, please provide help. Yeah. All right. Okay. So you were saying you are the CEO here, and would you tell us a bit more about you growing up? We'll get definitely to this part of you being now the chief executive officer of Thusang Recruiting Agency, which is a very beautiful interview. Everybody, agency interviewing agency. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. So now tell us about growing up. How was it like growing up? What's your family composition? What's your family size? About your parents, if you want to talk about them, how they influenced you growing up, and how you chose your own life growing up until you went to school. So maybe let's now talk about growing up now.
My childhood wasn't very that exciting by moving around. I went to school. I started from reception at Nalis, did my primary and also did my high school there.
Okay.
I was living with my mother, who is a lecturer at the National University of Lesotho in the pharmacy department.
Oh, lovely.
So also with my university, I did my diploma at the National University of Lesotho in 2020 doing my applied philosophy and public ethics diploma, and then I went on to do my bachelor of in translation and interpreting under the humanities faculty.
Oh, so what level was this one? The interpreting one, was it honors or was it bachelor's?
It was bachelor's.
Okay, so that's MQF level 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I'd say the person who motivated me or who pushed me, who has been pushing me the most, is my mother, as she had motivated me to be a person who takes school as something for me to do, as a requirement instead of a privilege. As in, I had to finish high school, I had to finish my diploma, and I had to finish my degree, so that in life, when I get out of her hands, she can say that she has helped me get to a certain point of life where I can be independent.
Wow.
So basically, I took my independence from her, and my family composition, it's my father, Ramathebane, my two brothers, Ramathebane and Ramathebane, and then my mother, Professor Ramathebane.
Okay, lovely. Thank you for opening up about your family and the composition there, and even to see the background of who influenced you the most in the family, your mom. And so now tell us about now the career choice and the career path you followed. Was it an easy journey because you had someone guiding you in your mom who seems to have always been academic because she is a professor of pharmacy, and now it means she would have been keen to see that you are successful educationally? Or did you make your own choices of career path? How did it come that you chosen the career path that you chose? How was the journey like?
So the one thing that motivated me with staying in Nalis was a program that they would nominate us for, which is called GYLC, which is Global Young Leaders Conference held in Washington, D.C.
Oh.
So 2019, I went to America for about 2 weeks where we were taught different skills and different leadership skills that we should have or we should push to have as we are going to be independent people. And then, well, my grade results weren't the best. So the level that I was accepted to was either a diploma, the one at Roma, or a diploma in, I had applied for Limkongwing in fashion.
Okay.
And then there was a bit of a delay in getting my admissions letters, and then I ended up going to Roma, where I would say she had a big influence because I would say she has influence, but she also helps me to have my own independence in choosing my own career and what I would want.
Yeah.
So what she is that she gave me a couple of choices, maybe 2 or 3 of the courses that I could possibly apply for, and then it's up to me which one I say that I resonate with the most.
Okay. So now, what field did you choose, and did you enjoy it? Did you feel like it was something you were doing just by the way because you got admission to, or when you were choosing it, did you know what it's all about and how it can come out after you complete? How did you see yourself employing it either in Lesotho or internationally?
With translation and interpreting, I chose it because it was a course that was very broad for someone who wasn't really sure exactly what they want, but knew that they wanted to take an academic side of things. I would say the one thing that helped me focus or be sure a bit of what I actually want was the career choices or the career opportunities that were shown in the prospectus of translation and interpreting, which meant that I could either work at an NGO or be employed by the government or have my own practice. So it really showed me that it was very broad and it included editing, proofwriting, proofreading, script writing, translation and interpreting, transcribing. So all this, um, they really helped me to be able to in between interdisciplinary. But the one thing that I would say motivated me to be able to know that I want to have to work with helping people in health was my internships in my last year, where I had internship with Natalia de la Ville, who was conducting a hypertension research, and I was helping her with translating, transcribing, and interpreting. And then after that, I went to Sankatano, where now I was exposed to cancer. I was exposed to how the health system is helping cancer patients, which I would say has been the foundation of my company right now.
Okay.
And we have been working with the university and Sankatana to help them and help their patients know more about cancer and get donations where needed.
So tell me, you spoke a number of technical jargon there. You talk of transcribing, you talked of translating, you talked of interpreting. Of course, I know people know what proofreading is about. So, would you be able to just to define the difference between interpreting and translation, as well as transcribing, of course, just for the sake of people who might not be in this field, because it's not a very common field that you chose, and I must say it's not a very. How many were you in class, by the way?
There were 10 of us.
Yeah.
There was 10 girls.
Yeah, it's rare. So, and also the person that you were translating or transcribing for, was it a transcription that comes from Sesotho to English, or what country did they originally come from?
They were from America originally. So can I explain what the jargon means?
Yeah.
Translating is training is the rendering of one language into another with writing. So if it's typed or written, it's called translation.
Okay.
But interpreting is changing. It's rendering from one language to another in spoken language.
Okay.
So right now, if I were to interpret for someone who's speaking Sesotho, they would be speaking Sesotho and I would be speaking English.
Yeah.
And transcribing is videos and audio turned into writing.
Okay, so that's transcribing. Okay, lovely. So thank you. That's a beautiful explanation of it there. Very educational. So you guys, we are still live streaming on YouTube. You can get a hold of us at YouTube handle using at Retha-Billy Lelisa 4664 at Retha-Billy Lelisa 4664, or if you are following us on WhatsApp, we have posted the link to this show on our status there. You can have a look and watch with us as we go, so that you don't have to wait until it's there available on the YouTube. So, Maletsema, now tell me, what motivated you, apart from the internship, to feel like you want to go into business? Yes, you saw the opportunity while you were working at Sinkatana, but what motivated you to go into business? Was there anyone in the family who would have been into business, and now you felt like you had love for entrepreneurship?
In my extended family, I would say I saw my cousins and my uncles doing this. So and my older brother too is more into entrepreneurship than the course that he did when he went as a chef. He's originally a chef, but has gone into many different businesses.
Okay.
That I would say be motivated to see that there's actually money in business more than just being hired.
Yeah. So at the moment, you are working solely for your company, or are you also working for another company?
Right now, apart from Thusang Recruiting Agency, I'm working with Goodly Heritage Recruitment Agency. As you mentioned earlier, we were doing schools, and right now there's more projects that we're going to be working on.
And thank you very much for mentioning this, because I must tell our viewers that you are our staff team lead in Lesotho, and it shows we were good to see talent in you. And so, you viewers at home, wherever you are, you must be on the lookout for the team that Maletsema will lead again soon in some of the events taking place in Lesotho. We have received invitations, and we will be confirming this. In due time, we'll announce where she will also be continuing to lead the team there, and then we will be delivering services there in Lesotho. So, Maletsema, tell us now about Thusang, and tell us how you think working with Goodly Heritage recruitment agency was a good idea for you and Thusang?
Working when I started Thusang recruitment agency, I thought it was a one-way ticket just to take people out of the country. But with a lot of backlash with the scams that were happening in South Africa of kidnapping and all that, working with Goodly Heritage helped me see that it's not about just finding a job or just finding an opportunity, but actually making sure that the opportunity is something that is legit.
Yeah.
Which Goodly Heritage was in the forefront for, by you being available for us to talk to you, and for also me being in social for people to be asking me questions. So it helped me with leadership skills on basically how to interact with people as an extrovert, I would say. It helped me know when and where to make decisions on my own without exclusive decisions about me and about the company, and also how to report back on the feedback that we have and ways to improve also my business, not just this part.
Yeah, lovely. Very, very lovely what you just said here, because you also intertwined this with your own personality, which is very good to know yourself, especially if you are in the leadership and you are a principal of your own company and you are also leading the staff team in Lesotho. You need to be aware of your personality and its limitations and your strengths as well, so that you can always draw from the strengths, and you can always be conscious of your weaknesses, and now remember to take charge of yourself when you are feeling somehow. So to be honest, this is the best interview I've ever had with our staff team, and I'm happy you were the first one to do it, because I believe the tone that you are setting is very valuable. So now, asking you to, maybe not even asking you, I'll let you know, when we came into Lesotho under your leadership of the staff team, we were known everywhere in Lesotho and outside Lesotho. And we didn't take that for granted, because if it wasn't for your leadership, maybe we would have missed some of these opportunities. And you, for those who didn't know the background, last year, February, this year in February, when the results for LGCSC came out, Lesotho's 16th National Career Expo under the Lesotho Standard Bank and Mind Liberation Psychology Consultancy was offering students career guidance, and this happened in such a striking way, because in 5 days they would have covered 6 of the 10 administrative districts in Lesotho. You can see how hectic this exercise was, because they would have started in the very north of the country in Mokhotlong, and from there the following day they were going down southwards and central wise, and now they were going to Mutabuti from there. So it was a lot of coordination, and they were always in motion. There was no time to rest and to plan and to feedback. But we were having meetings every day, virtual meetings, to feedback to each other. And I must say to you, Maletsema, the impact we made has made it a point that today, as we speak, for the 2027 17th Career Expo, actually our logo is among the sponsors there because of the work we did. And thank you very much. I just want to say to you, thank you, because you were leading that team, and we are still happy with your leadership, because you are smart, you listen, you study, and that's how you take the vision from us, and then you are able to execute it. When people are listening to you, I'm always watching when we were performing at National Convention Center there, how you were mingling all of these things together, and it was synthesized very well. So I just wanted to say to you that we, in the coming year, we are already advertising that, and we hope will still be working together with you to lead us, especially now with experience. So, what would you say? Do you have long-term plans? Of course, we know plans can change. It's not guaranteeing anything. Do you have long-term plans of collaborating and working with Good Heritage recruitment agency so much so that you can still be available next year, February, after the results are out?
And that I do have a vision of working long term with Good Heritage, as it has exposed me to a whole lot more than I would have been exposed to if I was just working alone.
Yeah. So, to be honest, what you just said now, marks, it's one of the trademarks that we have at Good Heritage, and I've seen that in you also in Thusang, because we believe in sharing freely information, because information doesn't cost nothing. So if I don't give you my food, you must understand I bought my food with my money. If I don't share you my gadgets with you, you must understand because I bought it with my money. But for information, I got the information for free, likely. Yes, of course, I would have studied, but also that's like free information. So that's not only for myself. When you go to study, it's for use by the public and people around you and service users around you. So, can you now tell us? We are just at the 31st hour mark on the clock, and this is where now we want to give you an uninterrupted interview flow for you to flow. What do you want to talk about relating to whatever it is you wanted to say? I know you want to talk about Thusang. What can you say about Thusang and other things that you want to say in the remaining time? I'll interject, but only minimally now to give you to flow.
Okay, thank you. So far, right now, we are, as Thusang Recruitment Agency and Thusang Production, which is a branch under Thusang Recruitment Agency, we have shot 2 movies and we have launched one of them back in, I think it was in March around Cancer Day. The second one, that first one was for breast cancer and cervical cancer, which is female mostly related cancers except for breast cancer, as it also goes to,
Yeah.
it can affect buntate.
Yeah.
Right now we're working on the 1 year prostate cancer.
Okay.
Which he is, both films are supposed to be educational and are supposed to promote people to go to screening and to go check for their health without the stigma that is put behind going to the clinic.
Yeah.
For example, with Bontate, we've seen there's a lot of backlash with the way that they interact with nurses or with female doctors.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
Yeah.
Because we
So it looks like we lost our guest now. Hopefully she will be back. So you guys, in the meantime, let's just show you here. So hopefully she will be back, and we just want to show you something what we're talking about. So we will be showing you a little something here. So let's see. Where is that? So let's hope our guest will be back. Maybe technical issues there, as you know. Let's just hope she will be back. And I am looking for something just to play here from her. Where's that? So let's hope Maletsema will be able to get back to us. So So we just were looking for something to keep us going, to show you her work and the company's work while we are busy waiting for her to get back to us. Let's hope she will be lucky to come back. Otherwise, okay. I see. So maybe then. Okay, so this is what I want to do, just to show you guys what we're talking about. Just to show you guys what we're talking about. So, just wanted to. We're just still playing now the clip, and I just want to show the people your work, beautiful work you're doing. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, this is one of the beautiful clips that we just played from the work that Thusang is doing. Under what service again did you say you are doing this? I remember you mentioned the service that's doing this broadcasting and production. What arm of Thusang is it called again?
It's called Thusang Production.
Thusang Production. Okay, so you have Thusang Recruiting Agency, and now you also have Thusang Production. So under production, that's where you have in this. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just showed you about a clip of this, and we hope you can appreciate the kind of quality that we are having. This is home produced in Lesotho, and we cannot be any happier to be interviewing the woman who is behind all of this work, and she's producing nothing less than the standards. So you were telling us something before the technical glitch happened there, so you can just continue. We will be asking you questions relating to these productions also towards the end, to say if you can relate to the viewers how they can have access. Are this coming at a cost to the viewers? Is it a free educational material? How do they have access to it? But you can continue where you were flowing, and then you'll answer this last.
Okay. Where I was, I think I was where I was explaining why we made the movies the way that we made them.
Yeah.
So we made the movies in a way that they're not only targeting people of the lower middle class, but people of the upper middle class.
Yeah.
Of which it shows that anyone and everyone can get cancer.
Yeah.
Because it is basically about the food that we eat and the lifestyle that we have, and sometimes it has to do with genetics. So it's not that someone was bewitched of which I think the thing that prompted me to make the way that I had made them is because of the stigma and the false information about cancer that was out there, that during the internships I went there 3 days a week. On Monday to Thursday, which is the day for prostate cancer, for breast cancer, and the other cancers. And most of them, they would be asked why it took so long to come to the clinic, or why it took them so long for them to notice that they have a sickness. Be either because of religious beliefs, either because of false information that is being spread out there, or the person simply was going to the clinic trying to find out what was wrong with them, but the people at the clinic didn't know or didn't have information of cancer. So that made it very difficult for a person to be able to be on a track where we say that now the cancer is getting better or it's reducing. But most of them would come at a stage where it would be said it's either stage 3 or stage 4, which is the very late stages. And depending on whether the other sicknesses a person might have, including HIV and AIDS or TB or the other sicknesses, whether they're contributing in fast-tracking the cancer or not. So it has to do a whole lot of factors, not just one factor or one reason that a person might be having cancer or might get cancer. So these projects that we made, that you asked if it's paid for, it's educational. So it is found on our YouTube channel, Thusang Productions. Of course, the second one we are going to be launching on this Thursday, if I'm not wrong. I will send out an invitation so that you can also post it for your viewers.
Lovely.
So the movies, like I said, they are made we intentionally made them to show the entire journey of a cancer patient, and also the journey of someone that we call a village health worker in full. So hospitals are regional or district, and then there will be clinics. So clinics are a bit far from certain villages. So there was an implementation of hiring people called village health workers, of which they would take care of the people at the village stage. They would be the ones that make sure that they go to appointments, they go for checks and all of those, and whatever they need, they can talk to the village health worker. And the village health worker can help them with either pills or treatment that they would want. So the movies initially they're made to help or teach village health workers how to do their jobs, and also community to know what part they play in the whole cancer journey. As the name of the movie does tell that it is a journey, it is called Lied, in which English is journey. So the first one was Lied, or the journey of food, which is basically showing that in villages that there are people called village health workers, and they are the people because they are there to listen to the patient one-on-one without them having, it's at the clinic or at the hospital, it's a queue, and you have an amount of time that you can talk to the nurse or the doctor.
So they have undivided attention, and they actually know patients in personally, like.
Yes, they get to know patients personally as they live. Most of them would be living in the villages with the patient.
Yeah, yeah.
So we wanted to also include the struggles that the cancer patients go through, which includes most of them would be complaining about transport money,
Yeah.
or people suffering from cervical cancer, as it makes them bleed. They'll be needing help with sanitary pads,
Yeah, yeah.
and all of. So as much as the government and as much as the aids that are given to Sankatana do help a lot of people,
Yeah.
they are limited, as the funds would be, they would help you with the whole going to Bloemfontein, and
Okay.
then there are aids for people to help with CT scans or biopsies and all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't mean that every single person would need just those things. There are
There
those.
may be need for extra and even more expensive and complicated supports. Yeah.
Yes, so the movies are basically to show the whole entire journey of a person with cancer, either prostate cancer, breast cancer, or cervical cancer.
So is this all included in this first movie, Lieto, or is it the other parts are gonna follow in the subsequent one?
The Leto 1 has cervical cancer and breast cancer, and Leto 2 is the one that is the longest, because when we were doing our research, there are a lot of challenges that males go through,
Yeah, yeah.
or that make males not to want to go to the clinic or to be afraid to go to the clinic,
Yeah.
which excludes the test that they do, or the test that they used to do to check for the prostate. And these days, I'd like to tell your viewers that when there's a different kind of test that they do. It's no longer the one that is called Hukukulezalehe,
Yeah.
but there's blood tests that they do, that they take your blood and then they check your PSA levels from there to make sure that it's either a person can either have an enlarged prostate or prostate cancer.
Okay.
So it's very important to get it while it is still an enlarged prostate before it actually becomes cancer.
Okay. So now, uh, is Leto one a one movie or does it come in series?
Um, with the the length of the second movie, we have decided that we would honestly love to take Leeto to Lesotho TV as a series.
Okay.
As all in all, it is around close to 4 hours.
Okay.
So if we do either 25-minute segments or 20-minute segments,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then take them weekly to Lesotho TV, that
Yeah,
would
yeah.
really help.
Yeah.
But the challenge that we have is that when we went into this industry, we were told that there would be an opportunity that Lesotho TV would buy
The
the
programs.
movies or
Okay.
the series that we're doing. But when we tried to inquire about that, they said that we are the ones that pay for our movies, even though they're educational, to be played on Lesotho TV. So the rates are very high and very steep.
Yeah.
So that is the challenge that we have right now, of which we are trying to make partnerships with different entities, banks, organizations,
Yeah.
for them to see the movie and for them to see. It's very important for the movie to reach not only their cousins, but to reach back
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the villages. where they come from. So what we are mostly trying to do right now is promote them as much as possible, of which there's also someone who was interested in the Tuvedi, of which they said that Ethiopia is a whole lot cheaper.
Yeah.
So we are still trying to have fun so that we are able to pay the actors, to pay the voiceovers, to pay the person who changed the script from screenplay to radio play.
Yeah, because I was like, now it's gonna sound differently in terms of emotions, because in screenplay you can have a non-verbal, but you can't have that if you convert it already to radio. So it looks like you're doing a beautiful job. So did you ever try to think of presenting this idea of the challenge you are facing, whereas you are producing a resource material that can be used by the Ministry of Health? Did you go to present to the Ministry of Health?
We have shown them the educational, the film, and have talked to Ndade, who was actually trying to see if there was anything contradictory to what they usually say to the public and all of that. And we had gotten the approval from the ministry for it to actually be a
play to the nation. Yeah, okay.
Yes, but honestly, we are trying to possibly make I'd say partnerships that also cancer patients can go to those different entities to go ask for help in their different journeys, whether it's surgery or just living expenses.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that we have went to the Ministry of Health directly to tell them that we want to take it to Lesotho TV and these are the problems that we have. Thank you for that. I think that will be the next step.
I believe this is high quality. It meets the standard of equality for a national television. And I believe the proposal being sent to maybe to the ministry through the principal secretary, and then you request appointments now to discuss, and then you play it to present it to them, you show them clips, you show them the concept. To be honest, that should be playing on national television. If it's at a cost, it should be at the cost of the Ministry of Health, because you are helping them reach where we know the nurses and the health professionals are not even adequate. So it means health care education is not able to be received in the volumes and standards it has to, because people are rushing things because they are few in numbers. So to be honest, I would believe that would be one of the stages you can consider that would be helpful. Other than that, then we can come into play to see how we can partner together to look for funding abroad. But first of all, we must be able to answer the question, did you explore all internal remedies? So that's what happens. And you must show them that we went to this ministry and even get into the office of the Prime Minister to do a presentation of this. Who has power even to talk to the Ministry of Health? Start to the Ministry of Health, and then from there go to the office of the Prime Minister, because we believe he's number one. And after seeing or letting his those he entrusts to view it with you and hear your presentation, to be honest, I believe something can come out from here. And now talking to the Minister of Education as well. The Minister of Education as well is the right channel, I would say, to a certain appointment. Maybe she doesn't understand that this is purely no business, it's purely educational. It's only paying the cost of production. So it's not profit making. So to be honest, I believe if you can target first the Ministry of Health, then you can go to the Ministry of Communications, and then end at the ministry at the office of the Prime Minister. I believe something can come out from there. From there, we can partner with you now to try and look for funding outside. Yeah, yeah. So, is there anything else you wanted us to know about the current one, Leto 2, the snipers, just to say to the people, be on the lookout, and just to give them the interesting highlights to just in talking, not showing it to them, just to highlight the highlights of it.
Um, with level two, it is a story that was when we had made the research, we had seen that most of the people that would be going to a clinic that have the courage to go to a clinic
Yeah.
would be a multitude of different um, religions and all of that.
Okay.
So most of them, they would be asking themselves questions, and with the movie,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are trying to answer as many questions as
Okay.
they, or as many, to show the emotions of a person or Mdate
Yeah.
who is going through cancer, or who finds out that they have this type of cancer specifically, as
Yeah, yeah.
it affects a lot of areas of their lives, and how they see themselves and how others would see them.
Yeah.
So I would honestly appreciate it if on that day, or you was
Yeah.
to show their husbands once the movie is out. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, we are planning to launch it this coming Thursday at Cafe Water Station in Nasebo.
Yeah.
But if you are not able to come through, we are going to be launching it on our YouTube. I think this same weekend too. So we just wanted it to show it to the people that helped us with producing it, the actors,
Okay.
the owners of the places that we were using,
Oh, lovely.
and for them that the message that we said that we are trying to put across is the message that we did put across.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yes.
one last issue. No, not last. Two more questions that I have. You have been referring to research that you research your research. So did you do a formal research, or is it the research that you are doing as part of working, or was it a really formal kind of research that is structured as such as research? So that now my next question would be, did you publish the findings of this research, or are you planning to, or you are not publishing them, instead you enact them into the movie?
To answer the second question, we are enacting them into the movie.
Okay.
We basically did the research with the social worker Lelisa-AKA, who works at Sankatan,
Okay.
who they had a deeper understanding of what people go through, because like I said, you won't be able to say everything to the nurses or to the doctors.
Yeah, yeah.
But with the social worker, you're there, you're talking to them one-on-one.
Yeah.
And Lisa was made a huge impact in our research, because she is the one who helped us to specifically choose which challenges we want to focus
Address.
on,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
and broadening them, and then the story not being um, understood properly.
Yeah.
So the research that we are doing, of which I'm hoping we're going to be um, publishing, is the research that we want to know people's opinions and whether people do understand the message that we're trying to
Yeah.
get across.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like I said, we are showing different entities the movie.
Yeah.
And then after showing the movie, whether it's virtual or we go to them physically,
Yeah.
we give them a questionnaire to answer,
Yeah.
for them to tell us which character they resonate with the most, which character um, they they would what advice they would give to the character if they were there in the movie, or if it was a real person, and whether they think that which way they would want such information to be put across, of which most of them, honestly, they mention that this has to go to Lesotho TV and also on social media, on Facebook, we should try doing those short segments to turn them to 10 minutes videos that people can watch and all of that. So another one, which would be the most interesting, of which it was the actors that came up with it, was that we could. There was a project. I don't know which church or which entity it was pushed by, where the story of Christ was played in different villages around Lesotho. Of which, from what my cousin tells me, she said growing up she remembers back there, where she's from is Kwabaleabua. So it's very side of Mahalisu. So she said they got as far as to them. So if it was funding for such a project to go around, where we would take a couple of actors, go with them, have a conversation with the villagers, and have a conversation about the challenges and all of that. That
Lesotho International Film Festival and the European Union Film Festival, EUFF. Both festivals provide free community screenings, cultural exchange, and showcasing both local Basotho and international talent. So that's the first one, Lesotho International Film Festival and the European Union Film Festival. And the other one now is the Lesotho International Film Festival Live, FF, live in terms of FF. So it's organized by Sesotho Media and Development since 2011. So did you ever approach Sesotho Media, who are the organizers of these festivals? Now talk about your efforts, because I believe if they can see the screening, maybe they might be of support to at least know once in a year people can go there to watch.
honestly, we would, talking for the recruitment agency and to some production, we would really appreciate it if these movies were given as much as recognition, as people see that they are important, because one of the things that we wanted for them to do was to prompt people to actually go for screening, to actually go to the clinics and go to the hospitals. So we have had feedback from people that watched the movies and interacted with the actors who were in the movies, and they showed that the movies really prompted them. As in, one lady said that she had been feeling a lump in her breast for quite some time, for over a year, but she didn't have the courage or the drive to actually go see what is actually wrong with the lump. So when she got, she only found out that it was a lump, it was a non-cancerous lump, and with that she was able to do the surgery to take it out. But if it had stayed there for too long, then it would turn cancerous. So what we want to promote, honestly, is early screenings and early detection of cancer. So if going to the Lesotho Film Festivals or the European Union Film Festival, it would reach a whole lot more people than I would say have been watching our social, because it would mean that different people around Lesotho and in and out of Lesotho would see the film and would even be prompted to go and go for screening
Yeah.
to check if anything is wrong, or when they know that something is wrong and they do not have the courage, then the movie would actually give them courage
Yeah.
to test.
Yeah, that's a lovely one. Yeah, because I think to me that was the last bit to say maybe it says we can reach out to organizers of Sesotho media and development and see if we can get contacts of them to one day have a chat with them here. Of course, it wouldn't be solely about your production, it will be about their activities. Then we can now ask them about this part to see what procedure can you follow, especially because this is an educational material and it's a resource material that's very important. And maybe if they can showcase it at the higher level with the funders like European Union, so maybe it will be easier for government to also now want to support, especially through the Ministry of Health, because I believe the Ministry of Health is supposed to take primary responsibility, whatever cost is involved, the cost of production, and then the cost for running it over TV. If government through the Ministry of Education, no, of Communication doesn't find it as a free educational program, because I believe this should be falling under the category of free primary, free educational material program, because you are not trying to make any money, you are not trying to make any profits. It's just the cost of production that you are looking for. So yeah, to be honest, thank you very much for the interview. And we have gone above 1 hour. And I don't know if you have anything else you wanted to say before we can now ask you to share your contact details, especially all your social media platforms, especially now your YouTube handle for people to know for Thusang, or for yourself if you are running it under yourself, so that they can now go YouTube, subscribe, watch, and know that even if they have someone that is having science, they can prescribe to say, go watch Thusang on YouTube. Maybe you will get some help watching there.
I think all I can say right now, I've said most of everything I could say. I would appreciate for your viewers to not only watch the movie,
Yeah.
but to recommend it not only to their family or friends or siblings, but to other people of the community, even go as far as telling Morena Wabona that there is this kind of movie, and I think it would be educational if we could ask Thusang to try to come and screen this for us as a village, so that not only can it show Banabahona that there is the entertainment industry in Lesotho, and it doesn't only do comedy, but it actually does educational
Yeah,
material.
very important as well. That's health related, like to save lives. Yeah, that's very key.
Yeah, it would also promote Bana to be able to say, as much as I want to do education, there is still, I want to do acting. I think one thing that I would say is the reason that we are looking for funders is because when we're talking to the actors that we had employed,
Yeah.
most of them did movies, did series, but were never paid.
Oh my God.
They never got where they get paid. So we want to be different from the production houses around Lesotho, where we ensure that a person after they work.
So if they never get paid, how do they benefit from their work now, from their art?
What they told us, well, it was the first movie that we shot. One of them said that there was something that they were working with on Hashalile, which is next to Matuke.
Yeah.
They said that that production had been in editing and post-production ever since then. Up until today, it had been in post-production. So what they are told, I guess, is that as soon as either Lesotho TV or someone is willing to buy the movie.
Okay. So they're just waiting for after they get business with it.
Yes. So what they do is that they do material and then they look for compensation afterwards,
Oh, I see.
which I find it a bit misleading, because what if you never get funding? That person just acted their week. Maybe they could have had another job or could have made money another way, but they came to your production and they gave their time and their energy and their talent for them to not get anything in return. So that is what I want to be different from the productions around Lesotho, where before I actually start a project, I want to see that there is funding and there is opportunity for the people that I'm working with, for them to grow to.
So that's lovely. So, and thank you very much for that approach, because it recognizes talent, and it also recognizes that people should live off their talent, and people would have gone to school for these things. People would have had experience that's valuable that no one else brings if you don't engage them. So, thank you very much for that. So, the last question would be now, if the clip that you showed us, if we get a chance to, on high level meetings that we get to, are you allowing us to share with a few, only for the purposes of doing a presentation and advocacy piece for you guys to be supported, especially with the Ministry of Health, to take this as a resource material? Because I believe, to me, it's a beautiful resource material. People are now using their phones. People can watch television. Those who don't have television, they do have, there are phones they can watch on TV. They have Wi-Fi's. They have free Wi-Fi at work. They have free Wi-Fi at a certain public space where they know, if I go to a certain space, I can connect Wi-Fi freely and then watch on YouTube. So, can you give us a permission to share only for that purpose, where we are negotiating or advocating for you, or we are trying to influence? Because we are YouTubers, and this is our work, to influence, like, and talk about things that other ordinary media wouldn't talk about.
Yes, Ndate, I think we would appreciate that a lot.
Okay, thank you very much, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, you viewers all over the world, that was Maletsema Ramathebane, and she is the principal and chief executive or managing director. I don't know how she prefers it, CEO or managing director of Thusang Recruitment Agency, where they have Thusang Production, which now is a service that they have. Remember, according to how we deal with it here, Goodly Heritage is a company. Goodly Heritage Recruitment Agency is a company. We have services under it. So one of the services is Goodly Heritage Social Care, which is one of its service is Goodly Heritage Media. We also have Goodly Heritage Therapies. We have Goodly Heritage Student Support Services. So it's a service. So you guys should look out for Thusang. They will be available on social media, and Maletsema is going to tell us all their contact details. But we'll be on the watch out for, so maybe Facebook or especially YouTube. I don't know. So can you tell our viewers how they can get a hold of you, and how they can access, not even though it cannot be a full movie, but just to what you have prepared for them to raise awareness out there. How can they get a hold of you? Social media platforms.
Social medias are Thusang Recruitment Agency on Facebook, and on Instagram. I don't have a Twitter yet.
Okay.
But on YouTube, we go by, there is Thusang Recruitment Agency, but the one that we're using is Thusang Production.
Thusang Production, okay, all right. So thank you very much.
The song that we did relating to the first movie and the first movie, I'm going to be uploading the trailer for the second movie soon. And then by the end of the week, I would have uploaded the second movie that we have. And we would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe, and also help us with suggestions on how to expand to more people and to reach more people for them to have such information.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Maletsema, for your contribution. You are doing a beautiful work, and keep it up. And definitely something big will come out of it. You will definitely, eventually, with time, get funding, and your goals will enlarge. You will need more and more of it, but with time, to be honest, you will see that you can reach the most people in Lesotho, especially I think because you are targeting to help your own country. And then, of course, people internationally can also benefit there. But I think, is it in vernacular only? Is it in English, or is it only in Sesotho?
It's in Sesotho, but we have subtitles.
Subtitles, okay, lovely. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our guest who has nicely been chatting with us since over 1 hour ago. We are just close to 80 minutes, 1 hour, 20 minutes. And thank you very much, Maletsema, for your time. Definitely, we're going to be circulating this, and we'll share with you also to circulate for us to reach many people to know about your services, and we appreciate. And soon we'll be announcing. So if you have those announcements, bring them on so we can help also circulate where we can. And all the best with the good job that you're doing, and we wish you and your company growth and more growth and more growth. And thank you.
Thank you, Daddy.
Have a lovely evening.
And
Bye bye.